On the return for the Browns across the 30 and smack down at the 30. Otis Reese making
so much on us as quarterbacks. It's really cool how much he trusts us. He trusts us to get into the right play. And when you have a head coach that trusts you like
decisions after this game this week, I think the position battles will be over and the ones will be going forward.
It's intended for Jackson Hawes and a penalty marker comes out. Our referee today is Bill Vinovich.
Number 4.
We're very tight end. Rain continues to fall. Here is Davis trying the left side this time and upended at the 40-yard line by Michael Coates.
We had this conversation a lot about player, and it's interesting too that the best players played the best against the Cleveland Browns on Thursday in that practice. Bradley Chubb was also a noteworthy addition by Joe Brady. There's a lot of layers to that. When your best players are playing the best and practicing the hardest, man, it elevates the entire roster.
On 2nd and 6, Allen to the air. Looking down the field, and he's got a man for a first down. Along the sideline, that is Sherfield with the catch. At the 42-yard line, that's Sherfield in motion. Play action, Allen to the air. Over the middle, and it's caught for another first down. Right back to Sherfield. And Steve, I know he's a guy that you've really been impressed with this summer.
Yeah.
17-yard pickup, first down and 10. Davis gets by the initial contact, and a nice run by Ray Davis. He had 21 yards rushing.
Through the line, and Ray Davis just dropped him off and left him and got the yardage. What a great run by Davis. What awareness.
6-yard gain, back to Davis on 2nd down, navigating his way, then hit hard at the 17-yard line.
Davis, he got about every yard he could get on this next run. And look at the early going, at least on that run. The Browns were there to string that out and stop it.
That's Stephen Gosnell at the bottom of your screen on 3rd down and 3. Allen looking the other way for Davis. Nobody there. Pump fakes. Allen now throws end zone. Broken up. Multiple flags down.
Yeah.
Pass was intended for Jackson Hawes. But we have 2 penalty markers down on the play.
Defense number 11. The foul is 30 in the air. It's only placed the 1-yard line. Automatic first down.
Yeah, look locked. That hurts.
Trey Avery called for the penalty. It's pass interference, so they spot the ball at the 1. 1st and goal for Buffalo. Davis remains the running back. Takes the handoff. Davis up the middle, and Davis trying to fight for that goal line.
Please hit the repost.
Not going to give it to him. Tried to find his way in. This is a little bit what preseason football's all about. It's
goal. Davis remains the running back. Davis, take 2, and he's pushed back again.
Yeah, I might want to challenge this one, Andrew. That looked like he got in.
Nah, you wildin', bro. You wildin'.
I'd like to see a camera angle of this. That it looked like he got right. There's an angle for that. That was in traffic.
3rd and goal. Davis is the 3rd time the charm. It is. Touchdown, Buffalo. Touchdown, and now here's Tyler Bass for the extra point out of the hold of Mitch Wisnowski, who will hold today for all of the Bass kicks. And
how y'all feeling, Browns fans?
Is good. With 9:32 to go in the first, Buffalo takes a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, you're right. It's a long.
It'll be Sanders who gets the start. First Bass to kick it away. And here is Malachi Corley on the return for Cleveland across the 30. And Corley takes it out to the 35-yard line. Time now to take a look.
That's the kind of athletes you want back there. Just guys that can make plays. We'll see if they can do it again today.
They both get the start on 1st down. Sanders' pass complete to Isaiah Bond and shoved out of bounds by the aforementioned Kenai Walker.
Walker's play he made last week was really special. He saw a play, diagnosed it very early in the snap, as though he had watched a ton of film, which there's no way he could have. But he saw it, attacked it, and came up with the interception late in that game against Carolina. And hence, he's on the field here today trying to repeat that performance.
Almost did not play due to injury and then came up with the INT. 8-yard pickup on first down, and now on second on the ground. It's a first down run. That is Raheem Sanders up the middle to move the chains. Damar Hamlin in on the tackle for Buffalo. So again, not expected to play their starters, but a couple of guys out there who could end up starting, including one who just ran out onto the field, and Landon Jackson, who continues to impress.
Landon Jackson is in the running to be a real contributor, maybe start the first snap of the games, but he will be playing, I think, a high percentage of snaps for this Bills defense up front.
First down and 10 for Sanders. Play fake. Sanders moving the pocket. Chased on the play and runs out of bounds. That was good hustle by TJ Sanders, the second-year lineman out of South Carolina.
That's good ball fake by Shedeur.
2nd and 8. Back on the ground. Sanders up the middle with a bruising run. Stood up by TJ Sanders. So you had Shedeur Sanders handing off to Raheem Sanders, and the tackle made by TJ Sanders.
I sense a trend. I don't know.
The trifecta of Sanders.
We have talked about how these two teams practiced against each other this last Thursday. It was a really sharp practice. I've watched the training camp of the Bills, and I've seen others, and I watched the preseason game. It's easy to see after watching the Browns-Bills practice on Thursday why teams are leaning into the joint practices. It was really productive.
3rd down and 3. It's a pitch to Sanders, trying the outside, hit hard and stuffed. That was Kenai Walker making the initial contact, and then his teammates picked him up, stopping Sanders short of a first down.
Bills struggle a little bit here to
now starting to peek through the clouds here in Ohio. See if the Bills can get a 4th down stop. Shedeur Sanders, plenty of time. Now fires, and he's got a first down. Into the open field goes Blake Whiteheart, and Shedeur Sanders had all day to make that 4th down. First down and 10 for the Browns. Sanders. And he cannot escape T.J. Parker, who had a sack a week ago against the Carolina Panthers. A nice tub of 3 on the play. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Sanders sets up the screen. Some room to run and another first down. That time it was Amani Marshall moving the sticks for Cleveland.
Going to the game, but the Browns throwing the screen pass just the same.
Sanders up the middle. Again, lowering his shoulder. And a nice run by Raheem Sanders.
Raheem Sanders, 6 foot 230.
And they are riding him, but this time he's tripped up, and a great play by Landon Jackson, taking down Sanders for a loss.
Well, he's had a good training camp.
For a loss on the play. It's now 3rd down and 7. Sanders again with time, throwing end zone wide open, touchdown.
No pressure at all in the pocket.
Here's former Syracuse kicker Andre Schmidt on for the extra point, and it is good with 2:50.
Special teams core, and however many guys those guys are and how good they are at special teams really sets the tone. It'll be interesting to see how this season develops. They haven't changed the rules too much on special teams this year. It's the first time in a while they haven't.
Allen to Hawes, and hit hard right away by Donovan McMillan. Kyle Allen had to get rid of that football.
Yeah.
2nd down.
Running back right here, probably not going to do too much kick returning today.
Allen in trouble, and he is sacked. It was Mike Hall who was chasing him on the previous play, and this time Hall, legacy of the name. In some ways, I can't imagine.
I like the Mike Hall defensive end reps.
For Bruno as well. How has he fared, and what have you seen from him throughout this training camp?
Well, Bruno and I are very different, and I've always said to him, your football career is completely separate from my life, right? You're on your own. You're doing this thing. You know, you're a contract worker. You're going to
snap it as well to give him the best chance to make the team.
That's right. Well, with Connor McGovern on the sideline for who knows how long, they were a little thin at center. So instead of taking guard reps,
it certainly helps your chances as we look at a 3rd down and 6 here for Shedeur Sanders and the Browns. Sanders swings it out to Sanders, makes one man miss, but cannot get away and pick up the first. It was Keontae Jenkins and Caleb Elarmzor coming over for the tackle, and Cleveland will punt.
What do you remember about your preseasons as a Buffalo Bill?
Look at Andrew and say, we want this kid here.
Well, we talked about Ray Davis getting a chance to return punts. He's back deep at his own 25-yard line. This one he will watch bounce and go out of bounds. John, hang in there. We're going to take a quick commercial. Come back with more Buffalo. And
the sound reverberating to you on the field is far different than in the stands. I brought a friend down there. I said, what'd you think? And he said, I'm still shaking.
Such a thrill as the Bills open up this drive with Kyle Allen remaining the quarterback and a handoff to Frank Gore Jr. up the middle. John also working at center on the team as Sherfield goes in motion. Play action to Gore Jr. Right back to Sherfield and wrapped up right away on the play by Donovan McMillan. How has the game changed in the trenches, John, compared to when you played to now? What have you seen?
Well, I think when I entered the league, it was much more of a smash mouth, direct running game type of game. And now I think the NFL borrows a lot from college. There's a lot more spread. It's more exciting. Quarterbacks are now running backs a little bit, so the defense doesn't have to defend against 10 anymore. They have to defend against 11. It makes for a much more dynamic game. I for one, love it.
Yeah, I've said that as well. Some of the old guys don't want to hear it, but I think the game's better now than it was in our heyday. From the turn of the century.
From the turn of the century.
3rd and 4, and that pass is incomplete. Allen to McCole Hardman. Good snap by Reed Ferguson. Doman gets one off. This one shorter than the last time. And on the return for the Browns is Cole Wilson. And Wilson with a nice
He looked good. He looked good.
We'll have pretty good field position to open up this next drive. John, one more drive with us.
Very well, very straightforward. So long road to recovery, but he's a big, strong kid, and he'll do great.
Shedeur Sanders remains the quarterback, and a nice completion here to Carson Ryan, rookie tight end from BYU.
Also one of Bruno's teammates from UCLA.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Got some smart kids, John. Duke, UCLA, you did something right.
Yeah, that's true. They are much smarter than their father. They take after their mother, I assume.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but
that's fair.
I asked you during commercial, give me a good Steve Tasker story from back in the day. You said you don't have any.
You know what? I mean, the guy's up for sainthood. You know, we're calling the Pope every day. He was a terrific teammate, a great leader, and always a very steady guy in the locker room. Steve, you know, you don't know it, but oftentimes you gave me a great role model that I could always look to.
John will be welcome in the booth again next week.
You know, one thing, John, I want to get your opinion on. We were talking last night at dinner because Joe Brady told us that at the joint practice on Thursday, the best players on the field were Josh Allen and Bradley Chubb. Two of their better players, obviously Josh, their best. And Steve was remembering when, you know, Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas would bring it every day at practice back in the day and the tone that set for the rest of the team. Tell us a little bit about that when your best players are also your hardest workers.
You know, you can't replace that kind of thing. You have to be able to look up to the leaders of the team just by the fact that they work their butts off.
Welcome to Real McCoy TV, where faith intertwines with daily life, empowering us to inspire positive change. Our mission is not just to share our story, but to uplift our community and celebrate authentic tales of faith and family. Journey with us and witness Cleveland's vibrant sports scene alongside heartwarming church events and cherished family moments, all showcasing our shared values. New content graces your screens every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday evenings, making it easy to engage with us on this enlightening adventure. We invite you to be part of the Real McCoy experience. Whether you wish to call in, join discussions, or collaborate, your voice matters. Plus, support our mission through Cash App, GoFundMe, or Patreon. Together, we create a thriving community of faith and support where every contribution counts.